half on her after
So
that.
she's getting paid by somebody.
Oh yeah, that Missy Keatley, she wasn't at the home very much. I don't know her very well.
I don't either.
But she, they never put me down as a bad mother, but they would never put me down as a good one. You know.
Okay, they were working to.
They supposed to be on my side to tell me. If you're coming in my home to provide me to do parenting classes, life skills,
you're supposed to be helping you improve.
Yes.
But in all the time that these providers were supposedly helping you become a better parent, there was nothing happening to get your children back.
No, you're right. No, nothing was happening. Nobody'd say anything. A lot of people were running here. We're the ones running. They are not. They had us. Like I said, every Tuesday for, I don't know, like I said, 2 years, 3 years, 2.5 years, running to Summersville every Tuesday. That's a lot of Tuesday.
And that's a lot of gas money. Were they providing any financial help at all?
Nope, they wouldn't help us. My husband got sick and he needed medical we asked for medical help with him. Jimmy Lane would be on us down there. Our caseworker down there is Patty Keatley. Usually for medical card, if we needed help or something. At this time he needed help. He never asked for help for medical, his whole life through him, and they didn't want to give it to him down there. Even after they took the kids out of the home and stuff, they didn't want to help him. Or finally we got a letter. Someone did see this in Charleston that did help him with the medical, but they had to help him. The town of Marlington wouldn't. I mean, Jimmy Lane and them down there.
Right, the CPS.
Yes.
So where do they think this money comes from?
That's Charleston.
They put this financial burden on you.
I know.
I bet you they charge mileage.
Yeah.
When they run up here.
Oh yeah, on their business they charge mileage and stuff. Yeah, but I know the lady who was working for them, Sharon. They're in their provider business. Sharon. She was running for them all the time. Yeah, they pay them mileage. They pay them. I heard they get paid. Ted White said they got paid pretty good on that business.
Yeah, that's the next step. I want to figure out just exactly how much they're getting.
That.
Well, now was Davina AG. You said that you went for like 6 months without these MDT meetings, and you actually called them fake meetings because they actually weren't. There was not a multidisciplinary team there.
No.
Well, now, was Davina Agee and Keatley there at any of those?
As Jimmy Lane, once we signed the paper for her that day.
Right.
Jimmy Lane started taking our case after that. I seen. She was there a couple months, I think, right after they.
Was this Davina?
Yes, I think she was there like a couple months after they took the kids out of home, and this is then.
Then she didn't show up after that.
She showed up, but as my provider later on.
Okay. Case. So she was getting paid as a private person.
Yes, their business down there is in Marlington.
I know where it's at, and I've taken pictures of it. What I don't understand is why is a vendor, provider, why are they sitting in on these MDT meetings? Because that's in essence ensuring that they will have more business.
Yeah, that too. And also I seen in this case the foster parents that had my children through this the 2 years. The lady's nice, the husband was nice. I wasn't too happy at first when they took my kids. Nobody would be.
Absolutely.
She's an older lady. She was 62, 63 years old. They live in Summersville. They had the kids. They got paid good money to have the kids because they was foster parents. But she could put down the kids, and the oldest one is where I had a problem with this. The CPS would hear them all the time. Everybody in all these meetings when they did start, nobody would say anything about if she'd say something bad or anything. But if me and my husband would go the wrong direction, or I try to stop that. I mean, I never ever put my kids down. I'm not that kind of mother, but I didn't think that was fair. They could do it, but we couldn't.
Right.
Um,
So you think maybe they ought to had some parenting classes?
yeah. So, well, I mean, that's what I mean. As I had my oldest son, as he was going on living with him, they got mad because he got up and wanted something to drink and eat one night.
Yeah.
I told Ted White was still my lawyer through this. I told him, I said, well, he's getting used to the home, comfortable, that he should be able to get up and get something to eat. None of these people, I just didn't like how they talked about the kids as a foster parents. Ted White did stick up for me and say that sometimes when they take kids out of the home, they take them places that's probably where they was good at. They take them, sometimes it might be worse than where they was at.
Yeah.
They're just not used to that. When you're, to me, through this, they hurt the kids a lot. They done more to them than I ever done to them their whole lives. They traumatized them. They'll probably never be normal again. The oldest son, they made him go to 3 doctors.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't like what they said. They was always telling them nothing was wrong with the kids.
Now, when they were taking them to the doctors, were they giving you paperwork to show that what the doctor had, their reports?
They would tell us a little bit, but not. They wouldn't give us.
The doctor would, or the
CPS would.
So
tell us.
CPS was filtering this.
Yes.
So you don't actually know that. Number one, they even took them to the doctor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Secondly, you don't know for sure what the real report was.
No.
So they were always filtering back on that.
Yes. That wasn't right. I know courts of the law, they should have to give you every paper.
Oh, absolutely. And you can get that. You should get that. A good lawyer would ensure that there was proof for all this. That's why I'm beginning to think that possibly the biggest area of malpractice in Pocahontas County has to deal with these public defenders.
Yes.
I don't mince words with it. I think we've got some lousy public defenders.
Yeah.
They don't, and my opinion is they don't care.
No.
They're going to get their money regardless.
Yes, you're right. My husband's lawyers was Eugene Simmons, and then after he voted into the
Prosecutor's office,
they got Martin Saffer down there. It was his other lawyer. Through most of them, they on his side didn't. Either side, I didn't see. I'm like you. They don't. There's nobody helping anybody.
right? They're supposed to be representing you.
And I asked them for papers. I'm like you when is it? Every place they tell me that I couldn't have. Some papers I did give it, not all. I mean, I think I should have had a copy of everything.
Absolutely, it's your kid.
By all the kids.
Right.
You know, it was just very wrong about that, and none of them would get. They didn't want to. And I wanted to tell you about it was the. What do they call that? They make you do a psychological thing.
Mm-hmm.
They had me and my husband both do that. Whenever they done that down there at Inner Dimensions, the woman tried to come back to say when they first come, they didn't have all the paperwork, and it was just on my husband. It didn't have nothing to me. I wanted all copies of that. She told me I couldn't have legal copies of that, and she tried to tell me my lawyer couldn't either. I said, yes, when he calls, he should be able to get them. She'd always go through the CPS first, then probably go to my lawyer.
Getting permission from CPS.
Jimmy Lane.
Jimmy Lane could he could filter it.
Yes.
Make sure you only saw what he wanted you to see.
See, and also why I'm saying about Inner Dimensions, Jimmy ruled them where Seneca wouldn't. That's why he didn't approve.
And that may have been the reason he wanted them to go there.
Yep.
He could control them. I'm kind of impressed by that. With sometimes you judge a person by who they don't like, and it sounded to me like Seneca might actually be trying to do the right thing.
Yes. I seen this in this case also. I'm not a lawyer, but there's a lot of things as you learn in life. laws is probably a good thing, some of them, to know. I seen Seneca was on my side a lot.
You could tell that.
Yes. And yes, I could tell that. And also, when I wanted to do another psychological through them, this is where I'm going to be. I was got depressed through all that. I mean, anybody would be, but they wouldn't let me do a psychological through them. Why I'm bringing this up, as the courts went through down in Pocahontas County, this was with Mike Witt, the blind guy. Once I got him, he standing up down there in front of the courts and told him I was retardation, that I needed a check to the judge down there, that this lady from Inner Dimensions, by her paperwork, that's the way my psychological look to them. I was not a pretty much good enough mother to have my kids. I was retardation is how I took that.
Now this is your lawyer?
Yes. He stood up to the judge down there and told him that's what he seen in the case about me.
Now, what was he saying? Was it he believed it?
He believed it because she had it on paper, I'm assuming. The judge did stick up for me and tell him she comes to courts every day. She's following like she's supposed to be. He told her to have papers in 5 days about me, and I didn't hear no more about that. But my point is, they said it in front of all them people. My own lawyer said this about me down there. I didn't see no psychological papers done.
Your own lawyer tried to claim you were retarded?
Yes.
Michael Witt?
Yes.
Well, we're talking here. I'm a teacher. I've got a master's degree in education.
I was very upset.
You're not appearing to be retarded to me.
Yeah. I was very upset that day.
So your own lawyer didn't believe you?
No.
That's where we're starting to see a pattern here. Another friend of mine, their own lawyer not even believing them.
Yeah.
How can he defend you? He should get off that case immediately.
Yes.
Michael Witt should have got off of it.
Yeah.
If he didn't believe you.
Yeah. That's what I got out of it too. I just felt like